Hey guys, how's it going? Masbro here. Welcome back to my channel. It's a brand new channel, so you've probably never been here before. But I do have an awesome automatic farming system tutorial for you guys. It does not require any redstone at all. It is ultimately stackable. You can make as many layers as you want. It'll produce more food than you'll ever need, and you can use this to trade with villagers as well. You'll have carrots, beetroot, bread if you want, potatoes as well, and this will yield you a lot of emeralds, and you can use emeralds to get further trades with villagers. Now, if you need a villager breeder farm, I do have that on my channel as well, and I'll have a villager transporting system tutorial set up pretty soon as well. Now, just a brief summary of how this actually works, if I can just find my way around, okay, is that we'll actually have this central villager here manipulate all the other villagers to give him food. Now, I messed up a bit. I noticed there's some carrots next to the beetroot. That's probably messing up my system. I was very tired when I was building this, so okay, I mean, yeah. Anyway, so I'll show you exactly how everything works, and you don't need to build it this massive. Like, this is 7 stories high. You can just build one layer. That's absolutely more than enough. And furthermore, you don't even need all 4 corners. You can just have one corner like so, and it should be enough to feed you pretty much. All right, so without further ado, let's just jump right in and start this tutorial. So these are the stuff that you'll need. You'll need probably 4 chests, to be honest, but the more the merrier. You're gonna need a lot of dirt, which you'll then hoe and turn into farmland. You'll need some beetroot seeds, carrots, and potatoes. And the reason why these are the only 3 plants, I'll explain a bit later. You'll need a lot of building blocks. Some glass would be nice, 4 minecart with hoppers, and you'll need 8 hoppers at the bare minimum. You'll also need 2 buckets of water, and well, you'll only need 2 villagers actually, but 5 is optimum. If you need a tutorial on how to breed villagers, I've already posted a video on that, and it's super efficient and super effective, so don't forget to check that one out. It's very practical. So this is what you'll get from this build: unlimited beetroot, potatoes, and carrots, which of course you can cook into baked potato, and you can turn that into golden carrot as well. But the real reason why we're doing this is for trading with villagers. You'll get tons of emerald, and yeah, that's just super useful. I'll be using really brightly colored building blocks just so that it's easier to distinguish stuff, and the reason why we have a checkered floor is so that you can count the blocks better. Okay, so this center area here will be where our main villager will be. The purpose of this villager is to collect all the harvest from the farmers. So we're gonna start by placing rails on this side, and you'll actually need these rails to all be sideways, like this one here. So this one needs to be rotated, but the only way you can do that is by putting a rail here first, and then you can break that and it'll stay that way. So we'll repeat that on this side as well. So put another piece there, and then you break this, and yeah, that will turn that way automatically. So that's it for the center part, and you're just gonna put some blocks here. We'll put 2 blocks here as well, 2 blocks here, and we'll put another 2 blocks right there. Alright, that's fair enough, and we'll clear the center block, and then now we'll grab our minecart with hopper, and okay, we're gonna need 4 of these, so I'll remove that real quick, and we'll just place them 1, 2, 3, 4, like so. And the reason we have the rail sideways is so that later on villagers don't push on these accidentally and just, you know, it'll just bother things. So this is the optimum setup for that. So later you'll want to have the villager in the middle here. You might want to do that first, you might want to do that later. It really is up to you. So we're gonna need some trapdoors, which I actually forgot to mention in the start of the video as well, but they don't cost too much, so yeah, I don't think you'll mind. And we just need to put them on top over here. So that should do, and we can start our farm section now. Alright, the next step is pull out your water buckets, because we'll need unlimited water for a bit, and most of you will already know, but just in case you don't, just dig a hole 3 squares wide and then just fill water on one end and the other end, and afterwards, whenever you pick up water from the middle, it'll just be unlimited. Once you're done, you can just close off this water area here. Right, so the next step is we're gonna dig holes diagonally a total of 9 holes, right? So we're gonna dig 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're gonna repeat that process on all corners. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then we'll do it on the next corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and finally we'll do it on the fourth corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Okay, so what you'll want to do with these is you'll want to fill them up with water, each and every one of them, and you can cover it up if you want. If you cover it up, for example, with a slab or a trap door, it'll still work. It'll still water the plants later on. So it's up to you how you want to do this. I'll just leave mine open and exposed, but if you want to close it up like this, that's completely up to you. Okay, so I filled everything up with water, and the next thing we're gonna want to do is fill these up with 2 blocks of glass on top of it. It can be solid blocks if you want, that's completely up to you. But I decided I'm gonna cover the water with slabs anyway, since if I'm gonna place glass on top of it, it just makes things easier, so why not? So I'm gonna grab some slabs, and we'll put glasses 2 blocks high on top of each source of water. Like so. So we'll do that again, and we'll put 2 blocks and so on, and just finish this whole diagonal line, that diagonal line up to there as well. Same here and same on that side. So we'll just do it together for the first one. So that's the third one, and I will just cover it up first one by one. That's all covered up, and we'll grab our glass. Okay, and the last 2. And just repeat these steps on all 4 corners. Okay, we'll then end up with a shape like this. Okay, for the next step, you'll want to go to the outermost glass block on one of your diagonal corners, and after that, you're gonna want to count 4 blocks wide. So from here, it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and just fill that up 2 blocks high as well. And then you'll want to do the same on the opposite end. So that's the first one, second block, third block, fourth block, and this should be aligned to that, and we'll just want to fill that up. Alright, great. So basically we've closed off one edge of our diagonal, as you can see over here. Maybe I should have used stained glass just to make things a little bit more clear. You know, I'll do you guys a favor and do that actually.
Several months later.
Alright, I've replaced the bottom block with light blue concrete, so that's a lot easier to see. So this is your first corner of your automatic farm, and we'll just continue the same shape on all 4 sides. Okay, so now we'll need to continue and make the exact same shape like this on all 4 corners. So if we're gonna continue working from this side, we'll be continuing from this block over here. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll build all the way to that side as well. So we'll start from this end here. Once again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be aligned with the block back there. So we'll want to do this, add the glass layer on top if you want, and we'll do the same on basically all 4 corners, and I'll meet you here when we're done with all 4 corners. Alright, so this is the shape that we're gonna get after we finish with the basic layouting of the farm. The next thing that you're gonna want to do is place composters on each corners of the farm. So you'll need exactly 4 in total, and you want to place it exactly here. You don't want to place it anywhere else, so exactly right there. The reason why is that the farmer will be able to work 9 blocks that way up to here, 9 blocks that way up to here, including the block next to it, and then diagonally on these blocks as well. So technically, if you guys want, you can actually mirror this diagonal line from here towards that side, as long as you mirror it. Copy this side to this side to that side, and so on, if you wanted to make a fully diamond shaped farm. But I sort of like this shape better, and to be honest, this will yield you more than enough anyway. But Do whatever you like. I mean, it's Minecraft, so just do whatever you like. So, okay, we're gonna place the composter over here, and we're also gonna want to place a piece of glass on top of it. Why? So that he doesn't jump up, jump down, and destroy one of your crop and the farmland on it. So let's just do the same thing on this corner as well. Just look at the center point there, center point here, and just place the block under you. So center point here, center point there. Great. Now we're gonna do the same thing on that side as well. We'll place that block right here, perfect, and we'll do the same thing on this side, and we'll just place the block right there. Great. And once again, don't forget to put the pieces of glass on top of it. Now, I did forget one thing though. We're supposed to put water under these composters, because some of the land on this side will not be watered from the water sources that we've already hidden over there. So we can easily do that by just removing this concrete, putting water underneath, and we'll be putting farmland all around. So repeat these steps for all sides of the farm. Basically just change all the land here into farmland, and don't forget to put water under each of the composters, and I'll be with you after we're done fixing that bit. If you're a bit OCD about seeing a bit of the water under the composter and having that composter float, you can always slip in a slab underneath like so. Now that we're done with this part, in order for us to access the storage system of these harvests, what we want to do is just make a room underground underneath like this. Of course, you can just set up a chest next to that minecart, whatever, but I don't think that's optimal. So let's dig down. You should go at least 4 blocks away from the wall. Dig 1 block down, 2 blocks down, 3 blocks down, 4 blocks down, and finally 5 blocks down. And this here where I have my blue block is the exact center point of this build. So if I just go to spectator mode real quick and fly up, you can see that, yeah, that blue block just now, that is right on top of this, quite literally. Great. Okay, so what we'll want to do here is dig a little room around that center pillar. We'll just do that very quickly. I mean, give yourself some room, so we'll do a 3x3 room all around this. Okay, that looks better with a torch on the offhand, so we're just gonna want some more room here, just a little bit more, so that's 3 blocks to the side, and we'll do the same towards the back as well. Just, yeah, 3 blocks is okay. It's not too tight, it's not too roomy. You can make it bigger if you want, of course, that's completely up to you. So, right, just one moment while I dig everything up. Okay, so now that we have our underground room set up, we'll first want to set up a few hoppers over ground. So we'll go back to this area here and we'll grab our hoppers. So to set up the hopper system, well, you can probably just face a hopper down and then another one down straight to the chest. But the thing is, with this build, you can potentially have infinite layers of farms if you're that type of person. And well, if you put it in the middle like this, it just doesn't cut it. It just makes it difficult. So if you were to have unlimited farms later on, for example, what you'll be doing is you'll have the hopper on the side, and then you'll have a hopper on top, and another hopper on top, and then, well, just and so on and so forth. Just unlimited all the way up. So I would actually recommend using this setup right here, just because it's more future-proof, and it doesn't cost too much more hopper, to be honest. So okay, so in order to set it up, here's what I'd recommend doing. Place 1 block here first, and then click your hopper to this one so that your hopper is facing towards this direction. And you'll want to put another block over there so that you can click on the block and make the hopper face downwards, in which case you can now go underneath. And as you can see, that hopper is already facing down, and you will need to place 1 more over here. Okay, so once we have that hopper facing down, all you gotta do is place 1 chest here and 1 chest right next to it, like so. And if ever you want to extend this and have more chests, all you gotta do is pull 1 block forward, put another chest, and then just put a hopper facing that direction. So you can do this infinitely all the way down if you're that kind of person. But for now, we'll leave it at just 1 chest. I don't want to make this room too cluttered, and we'll go set up the hoppers for the other 3 farms. Okay, time to set up the hoppers. We might as well just break this block first. We'll break that one, break this one, as well as that one as well. We'll break the glass first. Sorry for wasting your glass, guys. I just couldn't re-record this again. So, okay, we're gonna follow this pattern. So it's gonna be one hopper in the middle facing towards this side. So while holding your hoppers, click on this side, place a hopper right, well, it's not working for some reason. Okay, it's facing down, and then you'll want to shift click the next hopper to this one. Great, so that should be correct. And you know what, we'll just clear the center area first. It'll make life easier for you guys as well. So we'll clear that up so we can just jump down later. It's much easier. Alright, same goes for this part here. You'll want to start by placing the hopper on the right, just facing down, and then shift click to the side of this hopper to make this one face into this. Exact same thing here. Click on the right side and then shift click towards the side of this hopper. Alright, let's just go underneath and make sure everything is in order. Okay, so we'll need to just clear out these blocks to get a better view of everything. Okay, so the hopper system is set up correctly. The next thing you need to do is to just pull a hopper like this, just downwards, like so. So just click straight on the hopper like so, and it should face down. Add another one here and another one here. Great, now all you got to do is set up the chests for the rest of them. Great, so we have our 4 chests already. Okay, now that that's done, let's just go back over ground. And here we'll want to repeat the earlier step. Sorry for messing up on that one again, guys. I just can't redo that. That was just, it was a long video already, so do it like so. And apparently, if you have hoppers underneath it, you can actually direct it straight away. I don't know how that worked, but yeah, that sure made things a little bit easier. So again, place your minecarts with hoppers, but I do recommend placing the glass on top first, like so that the minecarts don't get derailed. So now is probably a good time to sort out the villagers. So perhaps if I were you, what I would do is, well, okay, well, first of all, we do need a block in the middle first, so we'll just maybe we'll put glass here. Maybe that's nice. Yeah. So perhaps you'll put the minecarts on 3 sides first, but leave one side open so you can just push a villager in. That's probably easier. So we'll leave one side open for you to push the villager in. And then, yeah, just imagine that you have one in there already. So a bit OCD on this one. Okay, so next we also need villagers, one here, one here, one here, and one here. So one on each side and one in the middle. But to be honest, you can start this setup with just one of the corners. You don't even need 4. So this is up to you, but if you have the resources, I'd say it's absolutely worth it. Okay, so we're gonna want to put villagers on the corners first. Since this is creative mode, I'll just be using the villager eggs. That's much easier, of course, but in survival mode, it can be a bit challenging to get the villagers in. So we'll put them in, and within a few seconds, they should adopt the farmer profession. Now, the reason why you'd want these 4 villagers in first is that they should take the farmer profession first, so that when you actually place a villager in here, he won't take the farmer profession. Okay, so the next step is giving them some starter seeds. So again, the seeds that we want are the beetroot seeds, which in honesty, beetroot seeds aren't that great. Beetroot, it just isn't a good food source, but you'll actually want them for trading. It's always great for trading for emeralds. Now, carrots not bad. Potatoes aren't bad either. But I sort of prefer carrots, and since we only have 3 types of plants but 4 places to grow, you're gonna have to choose, well, just choose your preference. But for me, it's gonna be 2 carrots on this side, and then beetroot on one, and then potato on the other. Okay, so on top of that, I had a chat with Christy576 from my previous video on my villager breeder farm, and she actually mentioned that she managed to get these villagers to actually make bread as well. I couldn't do that for some reason. Maybe I did not wait long enough, but I do trust her, and I guess it works as well. So I'd actually recommend using one of the quadrants, which we actually used 2 for carrots, I think. Yeah, so you can use 1 for wheat, so you have more trading material. So yeah, this part of the farm, pretty simple to make and it's very useful in the long run. Just remember that it'll take a while before you get your first yield, but afterwards it's fully automatic. You don't have to replant anything, you don't have to water things down with that redstone farming system and so on and so forth. So it's a pretty useful system. But what if you want to take it to the next level and make this even more insane? So this is what I mentioned earlier in the video. What we'll do is we'll place 2 hoppers like so, and we'll place another 2 hoppers over here like so, and lastly we'll place 2 more hoppers over here like so, and finally we place 2 more at this side like so, and we'll just copy the exact same layout 2 blocks up, and we can actually do this infinitely.
Several months later.
So finally I decided to change the ugly blue color to this white quartz and layer it with some oak planks, as well as having some leaves at the sides of the building just to make it a little bit more alive, I suppose. And I added some sea lanterns inside, and do remember to at least light your place up with torches to make sure no mobs or, well, I hope no creeper will ever spawn in your farm. That would be a nightmare. But yeah, I think this makes the overall look better. The blue was just for the tutorial purposes, and we can see here every floor, everything is in full swing. We have all villagers in all 4 corners everywhere. Let's just go into spectator mode just to see them in action real quick. So everyone's working on this side, and if we go down 1 story, all the villagers are working as well. Super productive. They're gonna give the food to the middle over here. We go down 1 floor and we can see that in action as well. All the way down, all the way down, all the way down. Alright, so I just noticed something here. This actually wastes some food, so I would definitely recommend, if you're gonna build this setup, you should actually add an extra block right here. Just get back off a bit, yeah. So just add add some glass on this side and on the opposite sides as well. That means you go to this side as well, and just add a block just to add some separation on these corners, just to make sure that they don't try to mate. Because yeah, that would be a waste of your resources, to be honest. The other reason why it's really important to place these blocks, it's basically diagonally away from that minecart with hopper, is so that, well, if your villagers are trying to mate, it also means that they're actually trying to send food to each other, which will be intercepted by some of the minecarts with hoppers, and it will make your food storage system a little bit broken. So yeah, it's very important to have them. I wish I had mentioned that earlier in the video, but then again, well, live and learn. Alright. Okay, so let's make sure that all the food is going down here correctly. So I've set up my storage system. It looks a little bit nicer. I made the room a little bit wider, added some lighting just randomly, and let me just show you the hopper system real quick. This is not a hopper tutorial, but I assume you guys get it. It's just from the it's just like hoppers from the chests to the additional chests. And I've labeled these with the types of plants that are supposed to go in, but as you can see up above on the topmost floor, I messed up with the seeds a bit, and there's some beetroot seeds with carrot seeds put together, so there's gonna be a little bit of error here, but let's look anyway. This chest is fine, it's just beetroot. This chest has a mess up, that's my fault. You can see at the start of the video that I actually put the wrong seeds at the wrong place, so let's check the carrots. Okay, it's producing fine. This chest is full, that's great. The chest above is full. Again, it's messing up with the beetroot a little bit. Potato and carrot, potato. For the most part, it's looking fine, but I'll show you again where I did that error. Now, as you can see here, I do have, I have some carrots with the beetroot. So why this probably happened was earlier, before I actually had these separator blocks, they must have traded with each other, which means he has some carrot seeds, he has some beetroot seeds, that guy there has the wrong seed as well, which, I mean, that is why I make tutorials, so that I can do the messing up, so that I screw myself up and I can save you guys from getting screwed, I guess. I mean, that wasn't the intention, but that's what happened. Right, so well, thanks for stopping by again. I appreciate you guys being here. It would be great if I could hear you on the comments. Just say anything you want, and I don't know if you've noticed, but behind me over there, we're designing an iron farm, and I'm gonna try and make it a little bit different than other people's iron farms, and also I might take some inspiration from the one that is used in the current Hermitcraft series, but just add some flair to it. So you can look forward to that on my next episode, and yeah. Before I leave, yeah, I'm just gonna kill that guy. Alright, so see you guys later. Thanks for stopping by. The name is Masbro, and yeah, see ya.